Do you ever sit down to relax and immediately feel like you forgot something? Like your body is still, but your mind is pacing the room? You open Netflix, but instead of enjoying it, you're calculating. What else should I be doing? Did I finish everything? Am I wasting time? If that hit a little too close, this might be about you. Some people don't struggle with working too much. They struggle with stopping. Relaxing doesn't feel peaceful. It feels wrong. And here's the strange part. Even when everything is done, the guilt stays. That's because this isn't about productivity, it's about safety. Somewhere along the way, your nervous system learned a rule. You are safe when you are useful. You are valuable when you are productive. You're loved when you're performing. So when you stop, your brain panics, because stopping once meant losing something. Attention, approval, stability. If you grew up in a house where stress was constant, you became the calm one. If you grew up where money was unstable, you became the responsible one. If you grew up around emotional unpredictability, you became the hyper-aware one. And children who grow up like that don't learn how to rest. They learn how to monitor. They learn how to anticipate. They learn how to fix. Resting felt like abandoning your post. So now, as an adult, when you sit down to do nothing, your brain thinks you're neglecting something important, even if nothing is wrong. Especially if nothing is wrong. Because calm used to mean something is about to happen. Silence wasn't peace, it was suspense. So your body doesn't know how to interpret stillness as safe, it interprets it as vulnerability. And here's the paradox. You probably admire people who rest easily. You think they're balanced, healthy, secure. But when you try to do the same, you feel lazy. That's not laziness. That's conditioning. Chronic productivity becomes a coping mechanism. If you're moving, you're in control. If you're improving, you're safe. If you're achieving, you can't be criticized. Rest removes all those shields, and that exposure feels terrifying. That's why even vacations can feel uncomfortable. You relax, but you're thinking about what's waiting for you after. You feel behind before you even start, and maybe the hardest part, you don't know who you are without striving. If you're not fixing, building, planning, helping, who are you? That identity crisis is real, because your worth became intertwined with effort. But here's the truth, your nervous system never got to learn. Rest is not a reward. It's regulation. It's not something you earn. It's something your body requires to function. The people who feel guilty for relaxing are often the ones who needed rest the most as children. They were too busy surviving, too busy adapting, too busy being strong. So now their body doesn't recognize softness as safe. But safety can be relearned. Slowly. Gently. Not by forcing yourself to relax, but by proving to your nervous system that nothing collapses when you pause. That the world doesn't fall apart when you're still. That your value doesn't evaporate when you're not performing. The goal isn't to become lazy. It's to become regulated. Because a life built only on effort is not strength. It's survival mode. And you deserve more than survival. You deserve peace that doesn't need to be justified. So if resting feels uncomfortable, maybe it's not because you're lazy. Maybe it's because your nervous system learned to equate motion with safety. And maybe, just maybe, the bravest thing you can do right now is nothing.